The All Might Moon is terrifying and will kill me. Alright guys, what is up? My name is BassWiz and today we're going to be talking about My Hero Academia manga chapters 240 through 243. I have missed 3 weeks of reviewing this series. I do apologize for that. So this is going to be more of an overview type video. There will be spoilers. Let's get into it. So the My Villain Academia arc is now over and done with, and we are back to the hero side. I did miss seeing all of our main characters, and these few chapters up until this point have kind of been not filler, but just getting us reacquainted with the characters. We got to see the mainstays. We got Deku, we got Bakugo, we got Todoroki, all the students, all the heroes. They're back, and I'm really happy to see them. I'm especially happy to see people like Eraserhead and Eddie, who have become fan favorites of mine. Every time they're on screen, or on panel I should say, I get really happy to see them because I think they're really interesting characters. So as for what's happening right now, it is New Year's time, and we got to see them celebrate Christmas, which was really nice. We got to see Izuku go back home to his mom for New Year's Eve, which is really nice to see. Inko has always been one of my favorite characters because she's just a really strong mother figure. And even though at the start of the series we did see that she didn't believe in Izuku as much as she probably should have, she did that with the best intentions because her son did not have a quirk, so she didn't want to give him false hope. And I can't blame her for that. But now that he is growing and he is putting in the effort, making himself stand out amongst all of these really strong people who have had their quirks their whole lives, she is immensely proud. And we see that in this latest chapter where she's so proud of her son. The emotion is overwhelming, and it is comical the way we see it, where she cries so much she breaks the windows. But you can tell there's like honest trust in her son, and she is her son's #1 fan, and that's always really touching to see. But on the opposite end of all of these happy things, all these Christmas festivities, the New Year's festivities, meeting with the mother, we do have stuff brewing in the background involving the Paranormal Liberation Front and what their actions are doing to impact hero society. The first thing we learn is that internships are now mandatory because the hero agency, I don't remember the exact name of it, I'm going to call it that. The hero agency is worried about the influx of big groups like the Paranormal Liberation Front. I'm not sure if they know for sure what happened in Deika City like we do. We saw it firsthand through the eyes of Shigaraki Tomura. We know the full extent of how his team's quirks have evolved, how he gained financial support from Detnerat Corporation and Feel Good Inc. We know all of that. Hawks is privy to some of it. He wasn't there during Deika, so he does not know firsthand exactly what happened, but he does know the aftermath. He knows the formation of the Paranormal Liberation Front, and therefore we can assume that the hero agency knows the formation of this front, and they are worried. And the pro heroes that run UA, they don't know for sure what happened at Deika, but they are suspicious that something bad happened there and that they did not get the full story. So when they see this mandatory claim for internships, they get suspicious, and they start having this conversation about what it could mean, that the hero agency is desperate for more heroes, even though they have so many heroes right now. So they're getting suspicious. I wonder if at some point we're going to go at odds with the hero agency in some way, because they're withholding information from top heroes. The people that teach in UA, they're not chumps. They're not pushovers. So for them to not know what's going on, that lack of trust, I feel, is going to have some sort of importance, in my opinion, later on in the story. I want to know what you guys think about that. So in regard to the internships that I mentioned, Izuku, at first he didn't know what he was going to do because his first teacher, Gran Torino, is busy at the moment, and Sir Night Eye, we all know what happened to him during the overhaul arc. He is out of commission, to say the least. That same hero agency that used to work for Night Eye, they're swamped because Night Eye used to handle all of the administrative stuff, and now that's on them, so they're swamped. So Izuku didn't have anyone to go to, and he was probably just going to go with the school's recommendation since he didn't have any other options. Bakugo as well. He did not have the option of going back to Best Jeanist, which he had done the other 2 times. And that is because, for all that we know, Best Jeanist is actually dead or just out of commission, hiding, cooperating with Hawks so that Hawks can keep going undercover. So both Deku and Bakugo didn't have a concrete option for a hero choice. And that is when Todoroki came up and he's like, all right, guys, do you want to come with me and my dad and want to train under the #1 hero? This is an amazing opportunity. For what it's worth, Endeavor may be an asshole and he may be trying to get better, but he is the #1 hero. He has that experience. He was #2 under All Might. He's #1 now. He has that experience and he will be an invaluable resource to Izuku and Bakugo. They will grow immensely from this. And right off the bat in this newest chapter, it seems like they're getting right into the action, because not 2 minutes after meeting Endeavor, Endeavor seemingly sensed that there was a villain in a certain direction, because in the panels we got no indication of this. It was just a panel of them walking. There's buildings in the background. Suddenly he looks off to his right, activates his quirk and leaps through those buildings, not through the buildings themselves, but between those buildings. He leaps into action, and to their credit, Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki, they just instantly got ready. They put on their hero support gear and they were right behind Endeavor, asking for orders. And that is what I like to see, because for all intents and purposes, they each 3 have their licenses. They can fight villains on the fly. They don't have to ask permission, and they know this now, and they just got to work immediately. I loved seeing that. They're acting like real heroes already, and I'm sure Endeavor has already taken note of that, although he probably won't show it. He's being that hard-ass type of teacher that won't acknowledge his students. So I really want to see what they're going to do against this villain. This villain, by the way, he looks kind of like a human personification of Zenyatta from Overwatch. He's levitating above the air, sitting on some floating balls, and he attacks by launching the balls everywhere. That seems like a Zenyatta reference. That's not above Horikoshi to do, because we do know he likes to reference things. For example, Skeptic from the Paranormal Liberation Front, his whole thing is that he's the CEO of Feel Good Inc., which is a song by the Gorillaz, and his puppets look like gorillas. That's not a coincidence. So he's not above referencing things that he likes in pop culture. On the scene as well is Hawks, and Hawks has been doing his thing, you know, trying to play the double agent for the villains and the heroes. We don't know what exactly he's going to do in this situation. I believe he's going to have to play the hero, because it doesn't seem like this villain is affiliated with the Paranormal Liberation Front. So he's going to have to play the good guy here, probably help out Endeavor, and they're going to meet up with Deku and Bakugo and Todoroki. I want to know what you guys have to think about My Hero Academia lately. I think it's going in a good direction. We're getting into some more action with this internship arc, part 3. Let me know what you guys have to say. Drop a like if you like what I have to say. Subscribe if you want to hear more from me. My links are in the top corner. That will be it for me today. See ya.